I mean,
Even I was gonna say, even if we have those clubs now, in terms of like the social clubs that men had 70 years ago compared to now, it's just not even comparable. I mean, the participation, Robert Putnam wrote extensively about this, whether it's bowling clubs, social clubs, the Moose Lodge, even. If you go to those places now, they're either only attended by boomers or they just don't exist at all. And, even, yacht clubs, country clubs, those places have been occupied then by, millennials, and they have to kind of lax the standards for entry. And the reason we don't want women isn't because maybe Elijah's right, women shouldn't be involved. I think it's primarily because for young guys who are trying to figure out what it means to be a man, we need to be able to be focused on what our elders are telling us. We need to be able to be focused on what the older guys are telling us, how the world works. And because we're young men, we're stupid, we're like monkeys. And if there are young women around, we get distracted and it quickly devolves into basically like a dick measuring contest. And I think that's very negative for young men to experience. Also, I think the reason that this is legally enforced in terms of the integration between, the sexes into all spaces is because they know that every time anything threatening has happened throughout history or cool throughout history is when young men are allowed to get together and just talk, whether it's in bars, it's in social clubs, it's in whatever. When men get together, we start to strategize and we start to figure out how exactly we're going to fix problems that we all agree exist. And when you can destroy the Boy Scouts, which would be a great ground for that to begin to be bred, you can destroy anything. And now young men don't even know what it means to be a man. And so anytime a guy like Jordan Peterson comes around or Andrew Tate comes around, they immediately cling to that because unfortunately their fathers aren't the men that their grandfathers were, and so they're starving for somebody to just tell them what it means to be a man. And maybe Jordan Peterson or Andrew Tate aren't the best guys to tell them about that, but I agree that the social clubs are great, and like the IDG social club is probably great. I would love to be invited to a meeting. It's not to say that we don't need to be doing that. It's just, as you probably recognize, it just isn't what it used to be, which is why we should start doing that more.
I absolutely agree.